What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Blitz City podcast. Where today, man, we got a very big interview. We talking about one of the premier DBs, the premier safeties in HBCU football, in FCS football, in college football. Esaias Guthrie, who broke the he just broke the internet. It seemed like HBCU, Twitter, and everything when he announced that he's leaving Delaware State and he's entering the transfer portal. Now you got to remember, Delaware State, they have talent. They can bring up talent. You've seen Sivion Wilkinson and what he's doing. You've heard of Ramel Harris Freeman because I told you about him. You've heard of Esaias because he's been on this channel before. Man, Esaias is a guy who is regarded as one of the top 50 safeties who is draft eligible. On top of that, he's a recent Senior Bowl. He's on the watch list. He's on top of that. He's one of the HBCU candidates for Player of the Year. This guy is great. He's a ball hawk. He's definitely one of the top safeties in HBCU football. And a lot of people was trying to figure out, why is he transferring? Why announce that after 1 week of the college football season? So I hit up Esaias. That's my guy. And I said, would you like an opportunity to come on the channel and tell everybody what's going on? Because a lot of suspicions were raised again when a lot of the Delaware State players wrote 6 free on their equipment before the game. So we're going to get to that in just a few minutes. I started this early because I wanted to talk to y'all before he gets in there. We actually got about 5 minutes left before he's supposed to come on. But if he comes on early, then of course we'll start. I just wanted to let y'all know content is out now. If you have not seen the Jackson State, Tennessee State recap, it's out now. The Blitz City Top 10 Plays of the Week for week 2 is out now. I just dropped that a few minutes ago, actually. So go watch that after you watch this, or whenever you want to. Just make sure you give that a click. A lot has happened, and I'll get to that once the stream is over. But I felt it was important that even though those things were happening, that I kind of distract myself and keep myself going by making content for you guys. So it's not it. Like, if you're a Jackson State fan, it's not done. I want to break down the film on Niles Gaddy and how great he's been playing. I mean, he's an absolute force. He looks completely different, like a completely different person from last year. I have no idea what's going on, but I love it. And I think the narrative of Jackson State not being able to develop talent, it's no more, because you're seeing it now. You saw it with James Houston. You're seeing it now with Niles Gaddy. You're seeing it with Kevrick Wiggins and how much better of a corner he is, how much more lockdown he is as a corner. So yeah, man, there's a lot more content coming. I just want to let y'all know that and put on 25. Shout out to Big Mike. Big Mike was one of the guys who told me about Niles Gaddy. He was one of the guys. It was him. It was my boy DJ Ron Cut Truth, subscribe to his channel. And then you had Zoe and you had Ken. Like, they all told me, look, Niles Gaddy gonna be coming. And I'm like, okay, I see what y'all saying. Cool, he put on weight, but I was still sleeping on him. But man, 6 sacks in 2 weeks. He's on pace. He's on pace with James Houston, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that he'll break it, but he's damn sure on pace for that. Keep in mind, Niles Gaddy was a walk-on at Tennessee and was very raw. Yeah, he was. He was very raw. And that goes back to my point of just developing guys. Jackson State is really good at that. They're showing that they're not just collecting talent and putting them out on the field. They can actually develop these kids and put them in. Niles Gaddy's making money. His bag is going up. His notoriety is going up because of these 2 weeks. If he keeps on going, he'll have a home. Last year, we didn't think he'd even come close to playing pro ball. Now it's a discussion. So we'll see what happens. But guys, this is going to be a very big live. Aaron Sanders, what's up, my guy? I'm going to let y'all know right now. I'm gonna give y'all an opportunity to ask Esaias questions. If it's too much, like if it's too intrusive, I'll either weed that out. He just won't answer it. We've discussed this. This is meant to be all out in the open. He is going to reveal what he wants to reveal, and you know, whatever he doesn't, he'll reveal on his own time. But this is an exciting time because a lot of schools have offered him already. And I don't know about y'all, but I can see him. I can see him with KJ Kinsler at Alcorn. I can see him with Zion Kelly at South Carolina State. And I can see him at Jackson State with those plethora of safeties that they've got. He can fit anywhere. He's a ball hawk. He can fit anywhere. So we're going to see. I'm going to ask him about the schools. I'm going to ask him about everything. But we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of what happened with him in Delaware State because just too much. It was a lot of drama surrounding it. It was a lot of drama surrounding it. And it may not even be drama with him necessarily, but there was it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. All right, so I started this early because I wanted everybody to get up in here. How y'all doing? JSU Kobe. Okay, I know Jackson State fans want to say JSU because why not? Why wouldn't you want to come here? Listen, you'd be surprised, okay? Not every player in the country wants to come to Jackson State. I'm not saying that's a science, but y'all, I love that y'all feel like y'all can get anybody. So we'll ask him though. We'll ask him how he feels. If anybody has any word on Travis Hunter, who are we waiting? Please let me know. I heard somebody say that Coach Prime said that he's going to be out for the Grambling game. Bro, YouTube jumping tonight. Everybody, it's just one of them nights, man. It's just one of them nights. I know Blue is doing the whole FCS recap for week 2. Credit to my dog because man, that's a lot. It takes a lot to know all those schools the way that he does. So now I definitely applaud him. I applaud him for that for sure. He just hit me up and said, "Am I on now?" Yes. Let me hit him back in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Esaias Guthrie, what's going on, my dog?
What's up, boss? How you?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you asking. We couldn't wait to talk to the man in the hour.
Man, I wouldn't call myself the man of the hour, but I know it's a lot going on, man. I know it's a lot going on.
Yeah, it definitely is. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna definitely get into that. We got time for that. But I just want to start off by asking you, man, how you been? Like what's going on with you? How you feeling right now?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm beyond blessed. Had a great off season, a great training time, a great camp. So I'm blessed beyond belief. My son turned 1 this past like 2 weeks ago.
Love it.
For the family, got to enjoy him. So, man, I'm blessed for real, man. I can't complain too much.
That's dope. That's dope. All right, so let's get into it because a lot of people have been hitting me up since we announced this live, right?
Yeah.
We gonna come into it a little easy. We ain't no need to rush to things right away. Last time I talked to you, man, you said Adele was on the playlist. I just want to know is she still there?
She's still there. She's still there, man. I just listened to her new tape. Just watched that new. She has a live concert that she did with Oprah for Oprah, and Oprah. Now, I don't think it was for Oprah, but Oprah was the one that she was doing the interview with. So cut back and forth her performing to the interview, and it was dope. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But she's definitely still on the playlist. Most
Dope.
definitely.
All right. So I listened to Adele for a little bit, but I don't know her like you do. Like the only song I ever loved by her was "Hometown Glory." I didn't mess with any
All
of the
right.
songs, so I need put me on to something. Is the new album hot? Is it
I
hot?
like the new album. Like she said, she's speaking from a different perspective. And then the one that she's about to do is gonna be from an even more better perspective. Again, like her and Rich Paul are in a great relationship. So the stuff she's singing about and the story she's telling is from all different sides, from being in love to being heartbroken. So I mean, I'm not heartbroken or nothing like that. Like I'm
Yeah,
living good, but it's just a different vibe for me. So I like it, man.
I got you. Now, also, last time you were on the show, you said that you wanted to get better with your footwork and your balance. So, where do you think you are with that now?
Still getting better. Still working on it. Still working on it slowly. I got a lot of work to do. I'm nowhere near the player that I want to be. And so that also played a part in my decision, which we'll talk about later. But I'm nowhere near the player I want to be. I'm still getting better every day. Still striving to be better. A lot of work to do.
Mm.
So I mean, yeah, I'm only getting better. You know what I mean?
Now, you hit me up a little while ago because we talk sometimes, and you sent me an article about you being recognized as one of the top safeties, for the NFL. Like you being recognized now, your name is out there. So when you saw that, man, when you first saw that news, how did it feel to just be recognized and knowing that my efforts are really paying off?
It was different. I mean, all the lists I've ever been on, from all me actor, um, HBCU this, HBCU that, FCS this, FCS that. That list stepped out to me, but just because it wasn't about FCS. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about HBCU. It wasn't about, the MEAC and put me in this box and put me into this HBCU box. I hate the HBCU box. I even hate the fact that there's a HBCU, combine. I mean, I get it. They're shining a light on HBCU, but at the end of the day, it's still separating us. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying?
right.
Still making us against the rest to a sense. You know what I mean? And so,
Mm,
to me to make that list, I was, like I said, the only guy from FCS on it, only guy from an HBCU on it. But I was amongst Power Five guys. I was amongst the top of the guys, and so to
right.
be on that list, man, it was great. It was great. It was a different feeling, like I said, and that list to me was one of the top ones I really hung my hat on and really was like, dang, like I'm getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Now, also, I can't help but remember the last time that we spoke. One of the things that really stuck out to me, right? You said like you and your mom had this company for NIL deals. It's called, My NIL Deals You.
Mm-hmm.
Please, for everybody who didn't even watch the first interview, tell them what that is, and then let us know how that's going. What's the latest with your company?
Got you. So my NIL deals you is a company, basically, just a class. I go ahead and I teach classes on how to function and how to go about getting NILs, how to organize the deal, how to structure the deal, all the way into breaking it down, how to go in and communicate with these different companies and what to offer for yourself, and then just going in and just put it base by base. I'm walking them through it. And so, I mean, that's going well. We were supposed to launch. We were supposed to launch about a week ago, but with this whole situation, I thought that it was going to take a lot of different areas for me. So I had to, delay the launch a little bit, but we're still launching probably in a week or so. And so I can't wait for that. I know it's going to be a very good tool for a lot of guys, a lot of mid-level guys, a lot of high-level guys, man. Like I said, everybody deserves a chance to get a deal. Everybody deserves a chance to benefit from their name, image, and likeness. And so when that drops, it's going to be big. It's going to be big.
And to your point, man, like you don't even have to be at a big school to really get NILs. Like the NIL king goes to Norfolk.
Right.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
to your point, man, like it's that's a great thing that you're doing. And when y'all launch, please know I'm gonna definitely help y'all get the word out, on the channel and everything like that, because I think that's such a dope idea. Now,
Yeah.
it's been a couple days since you announced that you are entering the transfer portal. How do you feel now that you've had a little bit of time to sit back on it and, now that it's official, like I'm really in the transfer portal
Right.
now?
It feels crazy. Honestly, it feels crazy. Like I said, man, when I wrote my statement, I never thought in any of my years that that I would be doing this. I would be leaving a school like I said I once loved, I once cared for. I bought into this vision as a young kid, as a young student athlete. I bought into something that was so great, and so to be at this spot now, to be at this position now, that now I'm where I'm at, it was crazy. Like the last week was nuts as far as me fighting it with myself, as far as me figuring out my next move, when I want to make it, how I want to do it, how do I want to go about it the right way. Days after, I mean, even the day of, I was really just at peace with it. I was so much at peace that it was scary in a sense, because again, this is not something I wanted to do. And like I explained to my teammates, man, this ain't something I wanted to do. Like this ain't something that like I felt as I was too big for DSU and I needed to be involved. I never wanted to be that guy, I'm saying that got these accolades and different things and then just left their team high and dry. That never was me. You know what I mean? So to be in this position now, man, like I said, I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace.
And how are you handling the recruiting process differently this time around versus when you were coming out of high school?
This whole situation for me taught me a lot about the person that I am, about the people that I need to be surrounded with, about the betterment of me, what I'm saying, as a player and as a man. And so now, I mean, like a lot of people are asking me like what's your checklist? And like I don't choose, like I had a checklist the first go around, I checked off different things and this, that, and the third. But it's like, I mean, I'm looking for the right fit. You know what I'm saying? I want to sit down and talk. Let's sit down. Let's sit. Like I'm at a point now where like I can learn a lot just from talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That young kid back in 2019, I was coming out of high school. He was just hyped to have the offers. You know what I'm saying? He was just hyped to finally be able to tell his mom, look, you ain't got to pay for college, and this is how it's gonna be. I'm at a point now where I want to have a conversation with the coach. I want to be able to sit down, have a conversation, and get to know you, the type of man that you are, deeper than the football. You know what I'm saying? Football is cool and all, but it's a lot that goes into being a coach, you know what I'm saying, that people don't really see, especially when you're coaching young black men. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into that people don't get to see unless you're in those programs and getting able to sit down with these coaches and understand, man. And so, yeah, I mean, at this point in time, that's the only thing I'm doing differently. I'm really, truly sitting down and talking to these coaches.
Now, for those people who don't even know, I don't even know, honestly, describe the process of entering the transfer portal. Like how does that how simple is it or how complex is it for everybody watching?
Um, how complex is it? It's truly like the easiest thing ever. Actually, I didn't even think. I thought I was going to have to sign some paper. I was going to do this, do that. I mean, I signed one paper. I'm sitting there. I mean, it's a 5-minute process. You sign one paper, signing over your rights to, the athlete, a student athlete at the said university, and give up your rights. I mean, your abilities to be with the team, abilities to go into the weight rooms, different stuff like that. One paper to sign, and then your compliance officer goes ahead, enters your NCAA ID, all that, and you're entered into the portal just like that.
Just that easy.
It's that easy. Like it's scary. It's that easy. Like somebody can mess up, and like it's that easy. Like you can like it. It's that easy. It's that easy.
Wow. Hey guys, before we keep going, all right, 120 people in here and counting. As more people continue to come in, like the stream, please do me that favor. Like the stream, it costs you nothing. It gets the word out. It ends up on people's pages and let them know, hey, Kobe live on Blitz City, and we got Esaias Guthrie here. So please like the stream. All right, wipe your feet before you get in. Now, Esaias, was there any hesitancy at all when you were thinking like I'm about to do this? Like, were you hesitant? Did you almost stop and said, you know what, maybe I'm overreacting. I ain't doing it. Did it happen for you?
Um, I can't go. I want to go. I really be like about to, you know what I mean, go into it. But I mean, it was a battle within myself from that, again, that little kid stepping on the field at DSU in the first place. A battle that I had, you know, just fighting on multiple sides. So to talk to my family, and we figured out this is what we got to do. This is what has to happen, man. Again, man, I was hesitant in the sense where, again, it was more so me not wanting to leave those guys. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, you build a serious, deep relationship with guys, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna have for life. And so to leave them was the hardest part. To leave what I built at the end of the day. I had a hand building that. You know what I'm saying? So to leave that, man, that was hard. That was hard. And that's where the hesitancy came in. But again, I mean, explaining to them and getting the feedback I was getting from them and the texts I get from them, the support I got from them on their game and different stuff like that, man, I know I made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? I know I made the right decision. You know what I mean? I know that those guys are gonna have my back till the wheels fall off, and it's gonna be the same on my side. You know what I mean? So I can't even explain how much I appreciate that.
And shout out to Ramel Harris Freeman, as he is in the building, as y'all can see, man, the cornerback of Delaware State. Hey, that's a good brother right there. That's a talented brother too. Y'all better listen. I had the interview with him. I keep trying to warn y'all about these dudes. Y'all better listen, dog. Ramel is one of the best corners in the FCS, like for sure.
Yeah, that's my dog for sure. That's my dog.
Now, what was the response? I'm curious. What was the response to the staff and some of your teammates? I know some of your teammates were supportive of you, and maybe they all were, but were there some that weren't as supportive as you would have liked them to be? And how did your coaches respond? Keep in mind now. You can say like I don't want to talk.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, no, I'm already know. I got you. A lot of the stuff was, you know, was different. Can you see me?
You probably hit a button to turn your camera. Okay, there you go.
My bad. My bad. As far as the guys, as far as, you know, the stuff from the guys, man, I got the same expression from all of them. As far as from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything else, man. But they supported me the whole time. You know, I'm still in group chats. I ain't get kicked out of nothing like that, man. But I mean, like I said, man, the love that we got for each other can't be supplemented for anything else. Can't be switched out. Can't be none of that. You know what I mean? Like, those my dogs till the wheels fall off. Mm-hmm. So I've gotten a blessed reaction from them. You know what I'm saying? They realize my talents and what I can do, and I realize what they can do. And so I'm still rooting for them guys. You know what I'm saying? I won't be on the team. I won't be out there this season, but I'm still rooting for them guys. And man, again, that feedback I got from them was amazing. As far as the coaches, I had 2 encounters with my coaches since the whole thing. One, I'm not in this to doubt. Like, I ain't gonna answer on one situation. The other situation was with my position coach. We had talked for a good 30 minutes. And it was, at the end of the day, he didn't take nothing personal. It was a business decision. He understood that, and I respect that guy to this day. He's let me know that if I need coaches to call him, I can give him his number. He'll speak highly of me, all that. You know, he's spoken to teams already on my behalf. So respect that guy to the fullest, man, Coach Mystic. So yeah, I mean, from that perspective, I'm good. You know what I mean? You good with the people you good with. I'm good.
I absolutely love that reaction, simply because, you know, a lot of times in college football, man, these coaches can be petty. You know, like, so much so that they wouldn't even allow you to transfer to a school inside your conference. Like, you had to leave the conference. So I love that your position coach was like, you know, was so supportive in that aspect of saying, like, you know, let these coaches call me and I'll put in the work for you and everything like that. Shout out to that position coach, man. What's his name?
Coach Mystic, Coach Anthony Mystic, man. Good dude.
Shout out to. Yeah. All right, now, last question before we really get into the thick of things. The first time on this channel, you talked about your story and how you and your boy Trey Griffin, y'all were a package deal, and you set that up so that y'all could go to Delaware State together.
Yes, sir.
When you told Trey, or when Trey found out that you were leaving Delaware State, what was that conversation like?
It was an easy one to have. I mean, like I said when back in the other interview, that was 3-4 years ago. So he's gone a different route in his life and stuff. So it wasn't like I was leaving him there, and like he's not a DSU anymore either. But I mean, he expressed his support for me. He expressed his love for me and how he gonna see it through and keep watching the games and still be a fan, man. So I mean, that's my brother. Like I said, it's gonna be before and after football, and that's just how it is. So it was an easy conversation to have, an easy conversation to have with all my guys. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are still trying to get me to go to their school, so we're gonna see how it plays out.
Hey, I was just about to. We gonna say that. We gonna say that. So I need to know, man. Week 1 goes by. I'm looking at the Delaware State game. Like I was watching because I wanted to see you. I wanted to see Ramel, and I wanted to see Nasir Clark, but I didn't see you. So I was like, well, what's going on with this? Like, why is Esaias not in the game? This is before he made the announcement. What was the reason for that?
As far as game day goes, I speak on game day. Game day was simple. Training camp went through how it went through. Three safeties in rotation. Coach picked 2 guys. I wasn't one of the 2, and that's who the starter was at the beginning of the game. As the game goes on, how it goes on. We're playing Lincoln. I think we're up 10-0 at halftime. So it's not like we're blowing them out or anything. It just went from a point of me not going from not starting to me not really getting in the game to me like, oh, wow, like what's going on here? You know what I mean? So things went how it went. You know what I mean? Never really I'm not going to throw anybody on the bus. Ain't going like, bash anybody. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. It went how it went. Coach made a decision. And that's where it kind of, took a toll, I guess.
Now let's talk about let's really get into it. Like, what was the main reason? What was the deciding factor in you choosing to leave Delaware State? And what was the whole 6 free thing about with the players writing on their equipment before their game versus the University of Delaware?
That was funny. I can speak on the 6 free thing. I can speak on that.
Okay.
On the whole choosing to leave, I guess we're gonna have to do another one when I decide to sign my NLI for another school. So I'll speak on it. I'm gonna give a 30 for 30 on that. I mean, 6 free was a matter of, I felt so confined and so restrained and so messed up in where I was at in my headspace. You know what I'm saying? Where I was at as far as not, again, like I said, I didn't want to leave. It's not something I've been thinking about. It's not something I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But it's something I couldn't do. And so again, a couple days go by, a couple practices go by, and you, like I said, you build a bond with guys, so they understand how you act, and so they seen that I was a little different at practice. I was a little different in meetings. I was a little off. You know what I'm saying? And so it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? They understood exactly where I was at, and so when I gave them that news, it wasn't like no surprise to them because they seen where it was kind of going on between both parties, and they seen kind of it was off. So they realized it very quickly, and so 6 free. Well, when I made the decision, it's just like, oh, like 6 is on to better things. 6 is on to the next chapter. 6 is free. He's done. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, you know what I'm saying? He's done being restrained. He's done being locked in, confined, and being in his headspace, and he's at peace with it. And they understood that, and you know what I'm saying? They backed me. That, I mean, like I said, that support from them was amazing to see. You know what I'm saying? They had a game to get ready for. They had a game that they was preparing for, and a big game at that. And so to see that they had me in mind, that was deep. That was deep.
Now, now that you're in the transfer portal and these schools are hitting you up, and everybody's telling you like, "Hey, you need to come here and come home. We want you here." I started to think about the possibilities, right? Because based off the offers that you already got, like I
Yeah.
see the Alcorn offer and I think, damn, Esaias and KJ Kinsler, that's deadly. Then I see South Carolina State offer you, and I said, him and Zion Keith. Now that's damn sure deadly. You feel me? Like and like the other schools, like I'm just thinking about these potential fits, and I just want to know, do you don't have to name a school, but do you have an ideal destination? And when you think of these schools that are offering you, do you think to yourself, like me and him, we definitely do some damage together?
Um, I won't say I got an ideal school. That I can't do that. I can't say that. But I mean, again, like I told you, man, I know that the NFL is gonna find you. You can ball, they're gonna find you. They're gonna find you. And so I'm not someone's worried about like the hype of the school and the hype of this and the hype of that, man. I'm worried about finding the right place and the right fit for me in my mind space and where I'm at in life, and the right coaching staff for me. Um, but again, I've gotten interest from all three levels of football, from FCS to FBS to D2, and everybody's expressed their interest, and everybody has said something to me. And I mean, to see, as a football player, you play a certain way and you get the accolades you get, and that's all cool. You know what I'm saying? So in your head, you feel like you're this guy, like you know that you're capable of these things. You know how you can play at a high level, and so, but you're at a school like this, and you're doing these things, and but I was never a guy who got the looks. I was never a guy who got the looks of an FBS school coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? I was never the guy who got the looks of a FAMU or SC State. I didn't get those looks coming out of high school. They didn't speak to me coming out of high school. Right. And these are top tier programs in the HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? These are teams that go to Celebration Bowl and they funnel out guys into the NFL. I never got those looks. You know what I mean? But to go against an opponent, right, and for a year or 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And then to be done with that opponent or whatever, and then go ahead and go through this process, to have them call you and be like, yo, like, we was on the other side word, like, yo, you a baller, dog. It makes you, it's a different kind of appreciation for yourself and appreciation for how you play. You know what I'm saying? To hear that from a coach that once sat across those lines, and now he wants you on his team, it's a different look. It's a different look, and it's a different feel. And man, I'm appreciating my game, and I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I wasn't a guy who got these looks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your FBS's wasn't calling my phone. SBS's wasn't like, yo, what you got something going on? Hey, we trying to hop on a call today. Let's get it. They wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now they are, because I worked a certain way I worked. I played a certain way I played. And even other guys helped me play the way I played. And like I said, man, I've never been a guy who was selfish. I was on here the last time you talked about getting the interception. I'm like, yo, honestly, that was my D line. My D line did that. My front seven did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was hitting that guy so many times, he was able to put the ball up in the air, and I was just able to go get it in an athletic sense. But I mean, that I'm at where I'm at because my team did what they did every single time. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's nonstop love for them guys, and I mean, I can't wait to see what the next school holds. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to really get into the thick of this journey. You know what I'm saying? Go and visit stuff like that. But nah, I ain't got no ideal school just yet.
Okay. All right. And if you could tell us what schools have offered you, or what schools are you in talk with?
We can say that. We can go there. Right now I got Alabama A&M. This is offers. Alabama A&M, Norfolk State, Alcorn State, and SC State. Those are just the offers within the last 4 days. In talks with, I'm in talks with St. Francis University, FAMU is heavy, Louisville, Akron University, Utah State, Wake Forest has expressed interest, Rutgers has expressed interest, Temple has expressed interest, Western Kentucky has expressed interest, University of Houston has expressed interest, University of Delaware has expressed interest. Who else? I mean, it goes on and on. A lot of teams, Albany, Robert Morris, Richmond. Yeah, I mean, it goes on. Elon has expressed interest. It goes on, man. And again, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I never had this much interest in my life, let alone I think I had 4D1 offers coming out of high school, and that happened in a matter of 6 months in my senior year. So in 4 days, I've had four offers. So like I said, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
That is crazy. No, that's definitely wild, man. And I see a lot of people in here hope just vying for Jackson State. Like they want that name to come up so bad. Like
Hey, you know it's crazy, man. They ain't called. They haven't called. They haven't hit me up. So I don't, like I said, like I tweeted out, man. No school's too small for me, man. If you express interest in me and you want me to be there, then I want to be there at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good to go anywhere, man. As long as I can play ball, man. For real.
so let me know how this goes, right? Like now that you're in the portal, if you choose a school during the season, do you have to wait a year? Like do you have to wait the rest of the year and then play next year? How does that work?
So it's and I'm in talks with compliance now, like to this day, trying to figure everything out because I have gotten offers. I think I can't name the school, honestly. I don't want to name the school, but the coach called me like, yo, like, hey man, we try and get you out here next week to play. Type, you know what I mean? And I'm like, dang, feel me, like, whoa, feel me, like, I'm like, next week to play. Dang, coach, I just hopped in the portal yesterday. Like, hold
Yeah.
up, like, hold up, like, what you mean? And they like, no, like, and so compliance is saying that's not even a thing that I can get. Honestly, I think I definitely got to sit out of here. So that is what it is, honestly.
And in the meantime, if you do have to wait a year, where will you be training?
Um, Here at home, at my home, man. You know, I'm from Delaware. I'm a Delaware guy, born and raised, and so I'm good to train here. So I'm training here. I gotta find a new weightlift coach down here because I still live in Dover. I still take classes at DSU, and so I'm trying to find a new system that works for me really.
And hey, I know you said FAMU is one of the schools. If that is, if you do consider that, when it comes to compliance, definitely be on that. Just because the situation that was happening with them. So
Oh heck yeah, man!
just any school, just
Oh,
definitely be on that after seeing it.
you see me?
Nah, not yet. All right, there you go.
Yeah, no, that compliance issue becomes a whole different ball game when you're playing with NCAA, man. So I'm definitely gonna make sure I'm good on that and all that.
Now, I think I asked you that. Has us because somebody they keep asking in the comments. I'm gonna just go ahead and ask it. All right. Has a certain teammate contacted you on possibly being part of a certain squad with a certain celebrity coach? I'm not gonna say the name,
We
but
talking about J. Let's say it, man. They talking about JSU.
they talking about has Simeon hit you up?
Me and Savion, we've been cool before JSU, so we talk just to talk. You know what I mean? So when we talked, it was about maybe getting me on his coach's desk or whatever like that. But again, nothing has happened just yet, so we just got to be patient. Like I said, man, I'm calm, I'm humble, and I'm patient. You know what I mean? I'm calm, I'm humble, and I'm patient. I'm just waiting to see how it plays out, if it's gonna play out. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at this point.
I got you. I got you. Now, do you have any final words for how opening up? Everybody watching, if y'all have a question, y'all can definitely answer it now. But man, do you have any final words or shout outs or anything else that you want to say before we ask these questions to the fans in the live?
I mean, shout out to the guys that you seen guys come on and support and stuff like that, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to you for your time. I know you've been going through some things. I apologize for your loss and everything like that, man. But you
Appreciate
took
it.
the time to talk to me, man. I appreciate that. Share my side of the story. But we definitely gotta, when it's all said and done, when I'm at another university, we could definitely talk. We can go in depth a little more, man. I can give you some full on details and stuff like that.
Nice. And one of the questions that I seen in here actually was, do you have a date in mind, or do you have like a time in mind that you're going to plan on announcing your commitment?
Um, no, I don't. I want to be. I mean, again, like I want to be able to go through this process, and not rush it. I know that teams are in season right now, so I get the ability to go to different schools and see them in game time, live action. You know what I'm saying? Get those visits in, and I'm going somewhere this weekend. I'll announce later tonight, but I'm going somewhere this weekend to go see them. But man, forget out Nazareth. I'm going to Norfolk this weekend to see them in the Battle of the Bay,
Mm.
Norfolk versus Hampton game, and so I can't wait to be in that atmosphere, see what that's like. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, I'm just going through it freely. You know what I mean? Again, I want to be able to sit down and ask these coaches some real questions and just talk. At the end of the day, just talk. That's big for me right now. So yeah.
Hey, if you plan on visiting South Carolina State, let me know so I can know what game you're coming to, dog. That ain't nothing but a 2-hour drive for me. So hey, let me know when you down here in the Berg, man, when you in the South.
I got you. I know I'm coming. I'm coming. I gotta see what game I'm coming to. I'm definitely coming though. I'm coming down there for sure.
Hey, dope. Now let me see if we got any questions before we get out of here. Miss Ivy, are you still training while you're waiting to decide on the school?
Of course. Of course. So the way this is gonna plan out is me just going when I come into the school and go to the school, it's probably gonna be in the spring. So I got 3 months to just go ahead on, just like it's the off season. It's the off season for me. While they in season, it's the off season for me. And so I'm training hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting it hard and getting my body in shape, getting my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Really honing in on the things that I wanted to hold in last off season that I did get to train on, but just making it just upping it, really just upping that level.
Now, I'm sorry. Deidre Young wants to know, what are you looking for in a new school?
Um, Again, like I said, man, I'm a young number one. I never had a father in my life. You know what I'm saying? I had father figures, but my dad wasn't really around, and I'm a young father, and so I take fatherhood to a whole different level when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me on my Instagram, you can see that. I've been on there, and my son comes to games, my son comes to practices, my son comes to meetings. You know what I'm saying? Anything. You know what I'm saying to have. So number one, because a lot of athletes, if you ask any athletes, but if you know that college coaches, they're father figures, but they can't show you what being a dad is because they're so much away from their families that they with us. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And so in my mind, it was, you never seen a real, we around coaches so much, we never really seen dads with they like our coaches with their kids unless they coach their kids. And then again, it's in a whole different light. You know what I'm saying? So when I bring my son around the team and when I bring my son, I'm trying to show them that like you could be a dad and you can manage all these things and you can, you know what I'm saying, finesse all these things and still be a ball player. You know what I'm saying? A good ball player. You can still do these things. You can still go to school. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 3.0 student. I got a son. I got 2 businesses. I got football. I've run a lot of stuff. I could do all these things and still be a dad at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? If
Right.
man is well in doing that. And so that's what I mean, I'm looking for that in every school. Somebody that's open, you know what I'm saying, to me being there and understanding that sense of it, you know what I'm saying, faith, family, football, and meaning it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to say it, but it's different to mean it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Chris McCray wants to know, this is a good question actually, does he prefer an HBCU or is it just where his heart sees fit?
That's hard to say, you know what I'm saying? I always believe, again, if you go on ball, they can find you. And I always loved, you know what I'm saying, playing for our people, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the craziest out atmospheres in the country, you know what I'm saying, when you get to that big game, like I'm going to this weekend. I'm not gonna say that I have a preference, you know what I'm saying, but that does hold a different weight in my sense, you know what I'm saying? If it's between an HBCU and a PWI and they in runs, and that's gonna go into a plus side for the HBCU for sure.
And CH dollar sign wants to know, what classification will he transfer as?
As far as on the field, again, it's a gray area right now. I may transfer as what I am now, which is a sophomore on the field, or I may transfer as a junior on the field. So we just got to get it figured out. Got to get the everything ironed out. But it can go either way.
All right, I'm gonna make this the last question. Samuel wants to know, and this on a light note: forced fumble or a pick six. Which one you
Oh,
choosing?
that ain't even hard, man. Pick six for sure. That's not even a hard one. I ain't even gonna lie. That's easy. I'm taking the six every time.
So let me ask you this, right? Would you rather get a pick six in every game or not give up a touchdown in any game?
A pick six in
Give
every
up a
game.
pick six.
A pick six is depleting. Like that changes the whole atmosphere of a game. Teams score all the time. I've gotten the pick six and got scored on the same game. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, they gonna score. They a D1 school too. They coach and they practice, and that's the offensive job. Defensive job is to take the ball away and it gets stops. You know what I'm saying? But to take the ball away and score, that's gonna hurt the offense every single time. Every single time.
Hey, there you have it, man. This was Esaias Guthrie. All right, we got to know a little bit of what's going on. He gave us a little insight, and we are happy for it. Also, we all know, we already know when it's time to make your decision. You'll be back on here. We'll have you back on, and everybody will know everything. We'll get that completely out in the open, and of course, more offers are still going to be coming in, and all these Jackson State fans are here. That I got a feeling, man. I got a feeling they're gonna definitely call. And when they do, things is gonna definitely you gonna get a lot of inbox, a lot of follow requests. Just expect that. But yeah, man, this was great, bro, and I definitely appreciate you taking time out to come do this and let everybody know what was good.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. Like I said, a lot of things go unsaid. A lot of things can't be said yet, but just to get a little bit of it off my chest was cool, and just to talk with you was amazing, man. I appreciate what you do for HBCU football and stuff like that, man. So I appreciate you having me for sure.
Hey, man, listen, you have a great rest of your night, dog. I'm gonna get in contact with you, of course. We ain't done yet. We still gotta, get the interview out there, and we'll do all that stuff tomorrow and everything like that. Bro, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna get with you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro. All right, there y'all have it. Esaias Guthrie, one of the top safeties in the nation. First of all, I have no doubt in my mind because even I contacted Jackson State. Yes, I am trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to help South Carolina State out too. But even I contacted somebody at Jackson State and was like, "Hey, he's available." So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, Jackson, somebody in the program gets time to reach out to Esaias and everything like that because he has a lot of interest and more offers are going to come. Yeah, and I appreciate y'all, man. Losing my grandma this morning, that was the thing. So I kind of appreciate y'all's support. And I was kind of debating on making content, but I figured I need something to distract me. So this was that. This is why you're getting all the videos the way that you're getting it. My recap with the Southern Heritage Classic is out now. Y'all can go ahead and check that out. And the Blitz City Top 10 Plays of the Week is also out now. I actually uploaded that before we started this live, so y'all definitely go do me a favor and check that out as well. I think y'all like the top 10. It was kind of hard to find highlights this week, but I was able to find some stuff. So I think y'all like it. It gets really good after you get past number 5, but I think all 10 are good. But man, with that being said, thank y'all so much, by the way, for your wishes. That's really nice of y'all. But thank y'all, man. I really appreciate everything. And more to come. Like I said, I want to do a Niles Gaddy breakdown because he's just gone balling this year. So look for that. And with that being said, man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time.